In order to understand the key causes of Athens versus Sparta, the Peloponnesian War, you've got to place those causes in the context of what's already happened. So remember, in the first part of your module, the first half, you've seen Athens transition from the leader of the Delian League after the Persian Wars to the head of an empire. We've seen how the Delian League has been manipulated by the Athenians for their own benefit through those early actions, the continuing of the league even after the elimination of a Persian threat, Thasos leaving to Chiron being exiled, and the arrival of Pericles. Remember, when Pericles is in charge, pretty much every Athenian action is benefiting the Athenians, from the building constructions to the overall control on the allies that you've already seen with your exam spec inscriptions. Basically, that first half of the module is all about the Delian League becoming an Athenian empire. Now, what this did is that it really sort of the pan of the Greeks is certainly on simmer, and that starts to boil over when Athens starts to interfere beyond its remit. And the four real key causes of that Peloponnesian War are Athenian interference in Aegina, the Megarian decree, and certainly Corcyra and Potidaea. Corcyra and Potidaea really brings a tension between Corinth and Athens into the fray. Now, Aegina, you know all about Aegina already. Remember that unprovoked attack? Aegina supposedly given its independence, and then the Athenians refusing to do that and refusing to honour that independence that Aegina supposedly had. In terms of Megara, remember, Megara had been a member of the Delian League but wanted to leave. Athens couldn't simply march its army into Megara, as it could provoke the Peloponnesians, so as a result Athens used economic warfare, the Megarian decree, to control Megara. What the Megarian decree essentially did was banned Megara from all 170 plus Delian League markets. That really put the screw on Megara in an attempt to force her back into the Athenian Empire. Now, we've got Aegina, we've got Megara, but the real straws that break the camel's back are Athenian interference in Corcyra and Potidaea. In particular, Corcyra. Corcyra, which was an ally, a colony of Corinth, had its own colony, Epidamnus. They had a dispute. Corinth sided with Epidamnus. Now, to get back at Corcyra decided to side with Athens. The Corcyran ambassadors suggested to the Athenians that if they comboed their fleets, they could have an unstoppable fleet together. So Corcyra was welcomed into the Athenian Empire. Knowing full well that Corinth would respond, the Athenians sent a fleet of triremes, around about 30 or so, to protect Corcyra from any Corinthian aggression. When that eventual Corinthian attack did emerge, you'll see that it's Corinth and Athens that are engaging each other. So Athens has a new ally in terms of Corcyra, but is also interfering in Corinth's affairs. That's mirrored in part by the second crisis, which is Potidaea, and obviously this is an inscription that shows that alliance between the Athenians and the Corcyrans. Potidaea is similar, is that it's another Corinthian colony, and like many others, it's decided to side in Athens' empire after the Persian Wars. Potidaea wanted to leave the Athenian Empire, and obviously we know how Athens responds to states that simply want to leave the empire. The Athenians sent triremes to siege Potidaea. Now the important thing is Potidaea had Corinthian citizens inside, and as a result the fact that Corinthian citizens were under attack at the time of the debate at Sparta really incensed Corinth. So Corinth is justifiably angered by Athens on two parts. What we can see out of these three key events are, three key things emerging. Number one, the Athenians showing no dissent at all, particularly in regard to Megara and Potidaea. No dissent allowed. Athens would always regain control, want to regain control of any dissenters. Athenian interference and Athenian self-interest. It's no surprise that if you look at the list of people or states that have been angered through Athenian aggression, it's all of the states that start criticising and attacking Athens at the debate at Sparta. Corinth, Megara, and Sparta, and Aegina being mentioned by the Corinthians. a war is bubbling up really quick.